as one of the 50 voters for the NFL awards, I take the responsibility very seriously. And I've been saying for months here on Time to Shine that Derek Carr is the MVP. And this morning, I voted for Derek Carr for the NFL MVP. No player in the NFL was more clutch in the fourth quarter. No player in the NFL was more responsible for his team's success. Derek Carr took the Raiders to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years. Get to change the culture and make the incredible offseason stick. Now, the numbers are great, but I acknowledge not the best in the NFL. Other quarterbacks had better stats. Look, if you judge Carr solely on numbers, I feel for you. You missed the entire thing. You got to go through the games. You either watched it or you didn't. How about week one against the Saints? The fourth quarter comeback. Touchdown to Seth Roberts. The two-point conversion on the fade to Michael Crabtree when Jack Del Rio signaled to go for two. Then Carr led Del Rio's team on the road. Week three, week four, East Coast against good squads. The Tennessee Titans beat them, shredded the Baltimore Ravens. How about the Magic against San Diego? How about Carr throwing for a Raiders record 513 yards against the Bucs on CBS in a game where he had to beat a Tampa defense that crunched Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Phil Rivers, and Alex Smith this year. He also had to overcome his own team. 23 penalties by the Raiders for 200 yards. That's an NFL record. Think about this. That's what Carr had to do all year. Beat other teams and compensate for his own. Look at this board. I mean, the Raiders' defense was awful, and Carr kept bailing them out. How about the statement win against the Broncos or against the Texans' defense? Or Thanksgiving weekend on CBS when he broke his pinky and came back in the game, led the Raiders to a pulsating win with a broken finger. The wins over Buffalo and San Diego with that aforementioned injured digit. Now, the critics point out the bad Chiefs game on Thursday Night Football. But hey, listen, I acknowledge, bad game. It was a short week, toughest place to play in Arrowhead Stadium against a great Chiefs team. And if you think about it, all of the great candidates have some kind of warts on the resume. Matt Ryan couldn't complete a pass in his worst game of the year, his going-home game against Philadelphia. How about what Matt Ryan did in the fourth quarter against the aforementioned Chiefs? Aaron Rodgers started the season 4-6. Look, you got to acknowledge it, right? I've been outspoken against Tom Brady getting suspended for Deflategate, but it happened. He missed 4 games. I can't pretend that he participated in the first 4 weeks of the season. And Ezekiel Elliott fumbled twice on the road in Washington. Look, I wish the votes was a weighted vote system, like baseball, where you vote for 5 guys, you award points. But it's not. You vote for 1 guy. Derek Carr got my vote. Matt Ryan deserves so much love. Incredible season. He was my number 2. Best season of his career. Guided the Falcons to the 2 season. Numbers off the charts. I voted him Offensive Player of the Year. These numbers, ridiculous. So much better than Derek Carr. Look at the fourth quarters. That's where I separate the two. Look, I can respect voters choosing Aaron Rodgers, okay? He ran the table. And what he did in the final 6 weeks of the season, out of this world. 15 touchdowns, 0 picks. Think about it. He was just good to great. Green Bay misses the playoffs. He was iconic and dreamy. That's why Green Bay made it. One of the great stretches ever by a quarterback in NFL history. Look at that completion percentage. That's what I mean by iconic and dreamy. Tom Brady, remarkable this season. Think about it. He didn't even have Gronk in the second half of the campaign. Tom Brady was basically perfect. Deflategate sadly hurt him. I still can't believe he got suspended for maybes and more probable than nots, but he did. And look, if you're going to nitpick, and you have to when you vote for these awards, I credit Bill Belichick more than Tom Brady for the 14-2 season, and I voted Bill Belichick Coach of the Year. And we said on Time to Shine that Ezekiel Elliott was going to be an MVP candidate as a rookie. We said it before the draft. We said it the day after the draft when they drafted him, okay? We said it. We did a Throwback Thursday on him. We get the tape to prove it. He changed the entire Dallas Cowboys offense and defense. He morphed Dallas from a laughingstock last year into a 1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite in the NFC without Tony Romo throwing a pass. This is an iconic rookie season. And look, you saw the Raiders in Week 17, right? They look like a Pop Warner squad. They couldn't function. For 15 games, Derek Carr proved his value. For 1 game, the Raiders proved the value of Derek Carr. Debate it, debunk it, but if you solely look at the MVP award based upon stats, I feel sorry for you. You missed the entire thing.